So this is the official third time that I'm trying to re-upload this video due to the fact of the matter that the video got flagged in every single country in the world. So if you're getting this video the third time on your feed, I am sorry. This is out of my control. I'm trying. But I would appreciate it if you guys were showing some love still. And please, can we get hashtag free Nexus in the comment section? Because this is ridiculous. So class, in today's video, we are going to be going over why you don't judge a book by its cover. Now, I did run a poll to see whether of which anime you guys wanted me to give the spotlight to, and Tanya won that poll. Now, if you didn't want to see Tanya get the spotlight and you wanted to see, oh, I don't know, Kill la Kill, then you should have just voted. So throughout this entire video, we are simply just going to be going over why Tanya has the flee on sight tag. And remember, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. So when the anime first starts off, we see everything just pop off. Everybody's dying on this battlefield, shots are getting let off, artillery is hitting the ground and shit. And then we see the oil farmer herself, off jump, already letting loose. But to be honest with you, before we continue on going over her stuff, you kind of gotta understand that Tanya didn't really start off like this. Because for most people who don't know this anime, this is an isekai.
No! No! No!
So in Tanya's past life before they became Tanya, she was just a regular Joe Schmo from accounting. And then one day when Tanya ends up firing this guy, he was at like the train station, and then the same guy that he fired not too long ago pulls up to the train station and it pushed him into the train. He wanted him out of here. Look at this power stance. Bro, normally if somebody wanted to push somebody into a train, they would just like, you know, kind of like bump them into it, maybe like shove them. No. This guy wanted him gone. He planted his feet down, squat down at a 90-degree angle, and pushed this man. This was, bro, oh my god, bro, 0% survival chance, bro. He wanted you dead. But right before the impact struck, time ended up stopping, and then a random voice started speaking to Tanya. Alright, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I do not know his past life's name, so I'm gonna just keep calling him Tanya. And as this voice was speaking to him, it's pretty much telling him that, yo, I'm God, I'm this all-powerful thing, blah, 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 blah. I noticed that you don't have faith, so on and so forth. It was like kind of just a whole back and forth because Tanya doesn't believe that this is God, so then she ends up calling him being X, and then God didn't like that, despite that he literally just said, I gotta manage 8-point-something billion people, so reincarnating you would be a waste of my time. But then yet he does it anyways, and then throughout the entire show, this man was on dick.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
Right, that's a whole video on its own. So despite all of the back and forth between being X and Tanya, God ends up reincarnating him into the world that he's in right now. Because out of all of this, being X wants Tanya to have faith in him by having him go through the whole entire struggle. But as you're going to see in the next up and coming moments, Tanya does not struggle. She is thriving. So after Tanya got done blowing the top off those victims, it cuts to these two people that are in her squad trying to like be the heroes, trying to make the hero plays. We all know these type of people when it comes to like competitive type of games. These people that be saving their ults, trying to like make the biggest play, and then they end up flopping. Cause despite Tanya telling them not to do that or not to break formation, these two did not listen to her and just goes off and do their own play. Now, cutting to some time that has been passed, Tanya ends up just chewing them out, being like, yo, I'm sending both of y'all home because I do not need people that cannot listen. And if strike one, when they didn't listen on the battlefield, strike two is definitely when they did not listen, when they were literally in her face. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but Tanya doesn't do threes. She does not believe in the rules of threes. So she kept them on the battlefield, but she sent them in the back line and put them inside like this like concrete cube. I forget what the hell it's called. Now, I want you guys to remember where they are at. Alright, we're gonna get back to them later. Now, cutting to later throughout the day, pretty much there are like people that were getting pinned down by these enemy mages, and they ended up just getting absolutely just straight up exploded on. Pause, no diddy. So after getting word that there are mages in the area and they're taking out their men, Tanya and her squad begins to roll out. And by Tanya and her squad, I just mean Tanya. Because as soon as Tanya saw those enemy mages, she literally just took off. But before she actually took off, she ends up praying to being X just so she can get that extra power boost. And you gotta understand, when her eyes turn yellow, there will be no survivors. So after hitting the jets and pushing forwards by herself, the enemy mages ends up just taking pot shots at her trying to hit her and just absolutely missing because she's just dodging and weaving them. But then after a while of her just dodging, she takes 3 pot shots of her own and takes out majority of the group. Jeez, being X, if you wanted Tanya to struggle so much, you wouldn't have gave her mini nukes in her rifle. So after taking out a good third of the group, she wanted to get up close and personal, and she ends up charging up the bayonet to decapitate this guy. But then somebody literally get down Mr. President, the person, and he ends up getting got himself. After dropping that guy, the other 3 people that survived the first initial explosion tried to run away by going up in the air, but as you can see, Tanya is just on ass. So knowing that they cannot get away, they end up trying to turn around to snipe her, but guess what? Those bullets are moving in slow motion because she is dodging these, and she lets off 3 shots and wipes out all 3 of them. And taking a page out of their book, she ends up going all the way up into the air and having them chase her. And then when they realize, damn, we can't really follow her up here, our bikes, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna stick with it, They realize that our bikes cannot reach up to that altitude. And then Tanya takes the opportunity to just turn around, go into their comms, and start shit talking. Telling them, this is my territory, these are my skies, why are y'all here? Y'all need to get the hell out of here. This is your last and final warning. And with her finally saying that piece, they decided that they are not leaving and they are going to stand their ground. This might have been their final ever mistake that they have ever made. Because, like I said earlier, Tanya does not do rules of 3. She gave y'all 2 opportunities to leave out while you still can, and y'all didn't listen. So then she ends up booting up this magical software device or whatever the hell this shit is, locks on to the rest of the people, start giving her incantation, and then she lets off possibly the strongest blast we have seen in the show by far.
Tactical nuke incoming!
I think this god is confused of what struggle actually means, because giving somebody the struggle does not mean that they are capable of firing a goddamn nuke, a fat man, out of their freaking rifle. What? Is this like this god's first day on the job or some shit? Like, bro, who gives somebody the ability to fire a nuke at people? At will, all just to do a little small prayer that they probably don't even mean? Like, come on! So after that battle and time has passed, remember those people that she put in like that concrete cage in the back lines of the map? This is where we learned that she already had that spot pre-ordered. She had that shit pre-planned for these guys. Because when she got news that the 2 people that died inside that concrete box, she had no shock. She had no surprise. Because she knew that that shit was going to get bombarded by artillery strikes. This is why you don't mess with Tanya. This is why. This is exactly exactly why. Like, you try to tell me that she pre-guessed, she pre-planned that, yeah, this boss could survive up until this amount of time. So I'm gonna put these people inside this shit due to the fact of the matter that I just have the precognition that I know that this shit's gonna get bombarded by artillery strikes. And all because these guys want to disrespect me. Hey, bro, have fun with that artillery barrage. Bro, she is crazy! But that's just some of the stuff that I wanted to kind of just go over in this video. I might make a part 2 going over possibly more things that she has done throughout the anime, but that's if you guys will want me to make a part 2. And if you do, then get this video to like 20 likes and I'll go over more moments from Tanya. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. And remember, class, we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you guys want to join, the link's always in the description. But with that being said, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.